Hello, my name is Andre Rodriguez and welcome to the Melodic Machine. In the next few episodes, we're going to be talking about record labels, major labels, indie labels, how they work, their structure, etc. This video is Record Labels Part 1. Let's begin by saying this. We believe that record labels are still very important. As an artist, I know you've asked yourself many times if it's really necessary to have a record label or if you can do everything on your own. And the reality is that as an independent artist, you might accomplish a lot of things, but it's very unlikely that you will have all the resources that a label can give you. This is what a record label does. A record label offers you a contract, you sign with them, and start recording music. Then the record label takes this music and sends it to the distribution department. Then, the whole record company machinery gets put behind your project, so it can be marketed properly, advertised properly, placed on the right radio stations and playlists, etc. With the whole purpose of making you a star. Like every company in the world, a record label has shareholders, a CEO, a president, HR, etc. So we're not going to go into detail about this part of the structure. What we're going to focus on are the different departments in charge of helping you as an artist. Let's start with the A&R department because it is the one that most people want to know about. A&R stands for Artist and Repertoire. These are the talent scouts. These are the people in charge of finding the artist, offering them a record deal, and then work with them and their management to make their artistic vision come to fruition. That means putting them in a room with the right producer, in the right studio, with the right songwriters, making sure everything stays within budget, and overall, making sure that the relationship between the artist and the label is in good condition. Good A&Rs are so involved in their project that they almost become another member of the group. Actually, in a lot of cases, A&Rs become so involved with the artists they're working with that they end up becoming their managers. There is another department within the A&R world called A&R administration. These people basically make sure, as their name clearly states, that all the admin aspects of the A&R department are taken care of. For example, they are in charge of paying the producer, the musicians, the studios, etc. They're also in charge of calling and booking the studios for the artists, and they try to keep everything within schedule and work with very specific deadlines. The sales department of a record label was merely in charge of placing your album and music in record stores and retailers. Nowadays, of course, the department reinvented itself, and it's in charge of maintaining a good relationship with all streaming services and all digital distribution stores, like iTunes or Amazon Music. They usually are the ones that make sure that your new album is placed right up front in the record store with a promotional poster so that people can see it as soon as they walk in, or that a web banner promoting your new single or album is the first thing that people see when they go on iTunes. The marketing department is in charge of a lot of different aspects, and in some cases, it's divided in more than one department, like publicity, merch, art, etc. Just for this video, we'll treat the marketing department as one big department. They are in charge of developing the strategy to help sell the artist and the product. This plan may involve pictures of the artist, interviews with magazines, cover art, artwork for merch, developing an image for the artist, etc. The promotions department's solely responsibility is to get your music on the radio. And believe it or not, radio is still one of the biggest, if not the biggest, outlet for music in the world. If you, as an artist, get your music on the radio, you win. Given, of course, that the song is good and people stay tuned while the song is playing on the radio. The radio promotions people are the ones who are friends with all the celebrities and radio DJs. They are the popular kids, and they use these relationships constantly to push your new single or album. Okay guys, we ran out of time today, but just know that these are not the only departments within a record label. Next week, we will be talking more about record label structure and what each department does. So stay tuned and remember that if you like the video and are interested in learning more about the music industry, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment below. We'll see you next week for another episode of The Melodic Machine. The Melodic Machine.